Hello, welcome to this moment, the present, which is all we ever really have. We only have the present. You know me, I'm Rex, and I know you if you're in the pod. I'm hoping that you're safe and that you're staying safe and that you're doing wise things to keep yourself safe, and that at the same time you're happy and healthy and not panicking, but doing what it takes to live wise and smart and keep yourself and others healthy. You know, we can't control outer circumstances or as far as we know. I mean, maybe we do, and maybe there is a tipping point. Maybe the 100th monkey principle is what we need, and maybe it does take hundreds or thousands of people or hundreds and thousands of people to meditate in order to change or mitigate circumstances or to change the weather or to influence finances or whatever. But here's my point. Perception is everything. If you think you're a victim, you are, whether that's of circumstances, of another person, of your things, of the powers that be, whatever. And if you think differently about it and you think, you know what, I can control not the outer world, but my response to the outer world, then in fact you can be a victor. You can choose how you want to respond instead of react toward or to the outer circumstances. You can choose how you want to respond to yourself and your inner world as well. And one of the most important things you can do is to let go of anything that is a problem. Now, by letting go doesn't mean that you ignore it, and it doesn't mean that you avoid it and you have blind faith like the I don't know if it's in Jurassic Park or any of the dinosaur movies, but the person who runs toward the dinosaur with the Bible going, God will save us, and then the dinosaur eats him. It's not being stupidly blind or testing. It's not picking up snakes or drinking poison or any of that stuff. It's knowing that you have the resources to make it through any challenge. And it may be challenging and it may be tough. I mean, those people who climb Mount Everest, it's not easy. Get it? It's a challenge. That's one that they chose. I mean, most people, I don't know anybody who's had to climb Mount Everest. They choose it. They choose the hardship. They choose to challenge themselves in that way. They find it fun or inspiring or a moment for which they get their courage together. And some people lose their lives making that climb. And I guess most of them lose their lives coming back down. They've made it to the top, and then getting back down is hard. But the point being is, it isn't about changing the world to suit you. It's about changing you to negotiate the world far better. If times are going to be tough, how are you going to rise to the occasion? How can you be resilient, flexible, courageous, confident, positive, and productive in order to move through whatever life offers you? And to do it in a way that helps you evolve further. If you are wedded to your problems, and you think about problems day and night, and you worry, and you fear, and you doubt, and well, guess what? You're going to have more of them. The reason why we are what we are is because of the repetitive thoughts and feelings that we have. The repetitive thoughts and feelings lead to the repetitive actions that we have. They're habits. There are unconscious biases and habits that keep us stuck. So if you want to get better and further faster, you need to change what you're thinking and change what you're feeling so that you change what you're doing in a productive way. And you can master anything if you'll only begin the process. Now, mastery could take 25 years. It could take 25 months. It could take 25... It's not going to take 25 hours, but you get what I'm saying. The more time that you put in correctly, the more apt you're going to improve more swiftly. But it's the correct practice consistently for long enough, repeatedly, that makes the habit. So in these trying times, if you find yourself fearing or worrying or anxious or concerned, know that you can look at that, watch it, notice it, and let it go. And you can shift away from that negativity into something positive. Whatever you think, if you think I can't, I won't, I'm not good enough, you could think I can, I will, and I am good enough. And if you're not convinced that you are good enough or that you will or that you am yet, you can say, well, I'm learning. I'm in the process of becoming. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer with each step that I take. See, the point is to convince yourself of your own resourcefulness and your own well-being and your own inspiration. And one of the ways to do that is to be grateful and to find the blessing in everything. And to not to succumb to fear, to depression, to anxiety, to worry, to fear, to doubt, any more than you would want to fear to lack or to debt or to wimpiness or to victimhood. Understood? This is a moment where the world can wake up, where the United States and every government around the world has an opportunity to wake up and decide how they're going to continue to serve the people. Our government has a lot of issues, have had a lot of issues for a long time. For many decades, we've had, a massive shifting of the wealth from those who are doing okay to the upper class, so that now those who are doing okay aren't doing as well. Those who are doing poorly are doing worse. And there's a great imbalance. And this disease is a great leveler. It doesn't care if somebody is rich or poor. The difference is that the rich have access to resources, financial resources, medical resources that the poor don't have. And yet the rich people with all of their resources and all of the best medical treatment still pass in spite of whatever they try to do. And we will. But the point being is that right now we have an opportunity inside of crisis, inside of pandemic, inside of fear, inside of challenge, to wake up and to address, to look at what needs to be changed and address it. And we can only hope that the representatives in our government and around the world will do that in order to stay, the pandemic, the epidemic, the disease, but also to get us back on track so that we can help each other. They're telling us not to go out so that we don't spread the disease, but at the same time, the cost of medical treatment is prohibitive for most people. It bankrupts most people. They can't afford it. They won't go to the doctor because they're afraid of the cost that it will incur. And until that's changed, a whole lot's not going to change. So maybe in light of all of the crap that's going on, good can come from this. And that is where you and I make a difference. Remember, you can light a million candles off of one candle, but yours has to be lit first. So in this moment of crisis, think of it as an awakening to yourself and your resources, and a choice, because you have a decision. You can stay in, you can go out, you can do the healthy practices or not. You can maintain your attitude, or you can succumb to fear and worry. You can choose to help people around the world as first responders do. An EMT, the medical people who arrive on the scene of accidents, ambulance drivers, those people all around the world have been trained to approach a crisis calmly. When life-saving measures are required, they need to have the presence of mind to do what it takes in order to best service the person who needs their help. And if they panic and lose control, and they worry and they fear, and they get emotionally involved, they won't be able to do that. They won't be able to do that well. And neither are we able to do things well if we freak out. So don't freak out. Stay calm. Stay positive. Count your blessings. Look at what you do have. You know what? If you have to spend 2 months at home, when have you ever been able to do that? Take the time. Hey, great time to invest in yourself and learn stuff from this course. Plug yourself in. Learn. Use your time well. Connect with people you don't connect with, through social media. I mean, we got it. We use it to yell and argue at people. Now maybe we can use it to spread love and encouragement. The Italians singing from the balconies and from their windows is an amazingly wonderful, positive. I mean, think about that. I mean, if they can do that, we can do that. If they can do that as a group, we can do that as individuals and as a group. Make your life marvelous. Make every moment marvelous. Don't miss an opportunity to grow and to evolve and to excel and to thrive and to assist others in doing the same. Wake up, become alert, become aware. Let go of everything that might have been an issue for you in the past or in the present, and go beyond what you know about yourself into a realm of potential imagination. Go out into your future and look back after having evolved yourself in a positive, dynamic way, and look back and recognize the steps you took and how good it feels to make those changes now that can stay with you for the rest of your life and delight and surprise you beyond anything you could imagine. Enjoy, live, thrive. And you know what? Even though this is a special message in the pod, if you can, go ahead and share it. If you think of somebody you want to share it with, go ahead and share it with your friends and your family. If it means something or touches you in some way, copy it and spread it, put it out there. Because the world needs to know there are ways to live other than panicking and hoarding and freaking out and being scared and feeling helpless. All right? I love you. Namaste. I honor the light within you because you are the light. And find that light inside yourself. And know how precious you are to the others around you. And they are precious, I hope, for you. All right? Enjoy. Much love, peace, and blessings. I'm Rex Sikes. Oh, and now may be the time, like I said, to ask somebody if they want to do mind design or do one of the programs to transform themselves since they can't go anywhere. So spread it. Share it. And if not, just spread the message. People can, and they do, because they have and because they always will, rise to the occasion and triumph. Just be resilient, be aware, be alert, be awake, and you can find out that you can do anything you put your mind to. Namaste. Over and out for now.